I've heard about Avicenna's Book of Medicine. Could I see it?
Who told you about that?
Probably forbidden, yeah.
Of course you can't.
What if I wanna enough to be able to do it? So through our alchemy, we can buff ourselves enough to make this possible.
That's it. The book with information about the novices.
Welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance. I have no idea what episode this is, but I do remember that last time we infiltrated the monk peoples of Sasau, and we are just starting our first day as a monk, and it appears it is time for morning prayer. We did have a bit of a mishap in that Sombulant triggered, and it basically teleported us outside the monastery, and we were able to, like, we had to sneak our way back in by picking one of the doors. Thankfully, we're good enough at lockpicking to do that. But what it allowed us to do is we could get some stuff while we were out there. So when I snuck my way back in, we brought a longsword, a bunch of potions, a little bit of alcohol, some lockpicks. So we have like a little bit of stuff on us that we shouldn't. If you don't remember, we broke in here so we could... We're trying to figure out, one of the novices is a ex-bandit, and the bandit, like the crypt people, want us to kill him, and then they'll allow us to join their order, and it'll help further our goal of finding and dealing with Runt and his people. So basically today we're going to be playing the role of a monk and investigating. Like we have to live the monk lifestyle in this monastery, so we can blend in with these people while we investigate to find out who the... I don't know, who the guy is we have to kill. So this is one option. Novice Lucas could be the mole. I don't know why I keep saying mole. I keep thinking mole. I don't know if I've said it yet, but I keep thinking that. I don't think he's really a mole. Like he's like hiding in here because it's hard to get him, and he knows people are trying to kill him. But he could be him. Could be him, Novice Yodok, however you say that. Could be Novice Antonius. Any of these white robe people. But we have a schedule we have to follow. The first thing on the schedule is to do morning prayers. I don't know if we can talk to these guys. I wonder if they get pissy.
Can't you see we're at mass?
They will get pissy. Okay, yeah, they don't want to talk during mass. You'll see to the left of our compass we have a bounty currently. Thankfully, the laws of man don't apply in the monastery, so they don't care that we have a bounty with the local law. I don't know why we have a bounty though, actually. Well, no, I do. I remember. That's right. We like punched the shit out of a guy, and then I think we broke his neck too to get in here. Looks like we're hungry. Normally we'd have to wait for them to feed us, but we do have some booze. Let's look at our schedule here. We have a schedule of our... So 3 a.m. is when people wake up. 4 a.m. we do the prayer. 6 a.m. is meal. It's currently like 5:10, I think, so we have like a little while till the meal. And then after the meal, at 8 a.m. we do work in the fratery, which is assigned by Brother Nevlas. So I guess our work changes or something. At noon, there's work in the library, assigned by Brother Librarian. 4 p.m. we do afternoon worship. 6 p.m. we do vespers and common supper. 7 p.m. is compline free time before retiring, and then 9 is rest and nighttime. Okay. I've never been much of a man of God. Oh, interesting. We can pay indulgence. Would this clear our bounty? We might be doing that, because I have some bounties I'd like to get rid of. I didn't even realize that. I mean, maybe I knew that was a mechanic at one point, but I don't remember that. Eat with others. Perfect.
What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
That's right, we're Brother Gregor. I think they give you your own name.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery. Who's in charge of things around here?
Truthfully, everyone except us. But officially, Abbot Peter. And soon enough, someone else. As if it mattered. Our life will still be work and prayer.
I see. Are there any rifts between the brothers?
Yes. From the moment talk began about electing a new abbot, it's been like a hornet's nest here. Strange you haven't noticed.
Tell me something about electing the abbot.
They're going to elect a new abbot.
Abbot Peter is old. When he dies, they'll have to select a new abbot from amongst the brethren. The candidates are John and Nevlas. And if you ask me for my opinion, Nevlas is definitely the right man. Unfortunately, no one cares about my opinion because novices get no say.
So John and Nevlis are competing to be the new abbot.
Tell me something about life here.
Work, prayer, as if you didn't know. We serve God, and that's the central truth of our lives.
What are the roles of the various monks here?
Someone takes care of the library, someone else the garden. The abbot supervises
The abbot's
everyone,
like the
and in his
warden.
absence, the prior. But it's the circators you should worry about. They're the brothers who'll make sure we observe the rule. They can be quite strict, so if you want to avoid getting punished, always act righteously and do your duties honestly.
No, we asked him a few questions. I'll ask questions occasionally to try and get, we are investigating here, but we can't linger too long. We do need to make it to the cafeteria before eventually it's going to update and restrict. Like right now we're allowed to travel between the zones. Eventually it's going to remove that ability.
As soon as they begin to appear.
The hell?
During the fate of Heli, the priest is silent. The well-disposed.
Where do I eat?
Let him correct with verbal admonition the first and second time.
How do I eat? I'm hungry.
Hard, proud, and disobedient character.
Is there like a spot that's mine? I'm pretty sure I should be able to eat, right? Like, there should be some way to eat. We're gonna starve to death if they don't give us food. Oh, right here, eat. Maybe it's like a specific place we can sit. I don't know. But I figured it out eventually. Looks like a really appetizing meal there. Yummy, yummy. Almost like dog food. I wonder if we can talk to novices at this time or if they'll get pissy. I'm not gonna be very civil. We're gonna be
The rule of Saint
a wild child, I guess.
I'm Gregor, a novice. I saw you at the ceremony.
I know. It was hard not to notice you.
And you are?
Lucas, also a novice. Don't get upset, but I don't want to talk to you. I'm happiest alone.
Lucas does not like us. Or something. Or he's shy, I don't know.
I'd like to know something about the other novices.
I don't know much, but ask away.
Tell me about Antonius.
I'd like to, but there's nothing to tell. I've never spoken to him. I've never asked about him.
You really don't know anything about anyone? Well, thanks anyway.
Don't get upset. I'm sorry I can't tell you more. I just haven't felt like getting to know anyone yet.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
There's nothing I can
This
tell
guy
you.
is not
I mean, where you're from, what sort
giving
of
us
life
any
you've had
information.
before, that sort of thing.
I'm a novice, and my monastic name is Lucas. Nothing else matters.
Come on. Is there really nothing at all you can tell me?
I could, but I don't want to. I'm sorry. I want to stay focused on work and prayer, not on who I once was. I never will be again. What has been isn't important for us. We cast the past aside when we walked through the monastery gates and took our oath. Never forget that.
If you could,
What's his
who
opinion?
would you vote for to be the abbot?
But I can't vote, so what's the point of worry? Ask Antonius. He often talks about it, and I'm
How
sure
would you
he
know?
has
You
an
don't
opinion.
even know Antonius. I asked you about Antonius. You said you never talked to him. How would you know what his opinion is or whatever? Guy's a sussy baka. He won't tell us nothing, and he's contradicting himself. Well, we'll leave him be. So Lucas is sussy.
More is required.
Antonius seems pretty chill.
Persons in the mon-
What about Jodoc?
one more than another.
Or Yodoc? However you say
Greetings,
this.
brother. I'm Gregor, and I'm new here.
Greetings to you, brother. I'm Yodok, the oldest of the
Just
novices.
standing looking down at
I
him.
hope you'll like it here in the monastery and that you won't get into trouble.
Oh, you're like
Trouble?
the OG.
You're young, perhaps intemperate. You might easily stray from the rules of the order. I suggest you get
I've
to
been
know
known
the
to be a
older
bit
monks.
impulsive at
You
times.
never know when it might come in handy.
I'm interested in the other novices. I'm interested in Lucas.
Nobody knows much about Lucas. He keeps himself to himself. If you ask me, he's got something to hide. I'd keep well clear of him if I was you.
Do you have any grounds for suspecting him of something?
Quite a lot. And also none at all. The circuitors who make the rounds despise him, and they'd never punish anyone without cause.
Okay, so the monk people don't like Lucas either. Interesting.
Do you know anything about Antonius?
Only that he came to the monastery voluntarily, because he didn't want to work in his father's shop. Antonius is all right. You can rely on him. He won't betray your confidence. He's always happy to help, which is more than can be said for the other brothers.
Can you tell me something about yourself?
I would if there was anything noteworthy to say. But I'm just the ordinary son of a landowner, now a monk. There's nothing in my past, present, or future that anyone could find interesting.
Why did you join the monastery?
Because it was better than living in poverty. As the youngest son, I'm not entitled to inherit my father's estate, but he was kind enough to sell off some cattle and send me here. And you know what? I'm glad to be here. It's better than mucking out manure.
Who would you vote for as the new abbot if you could?
Why do you care? We don't have the right to vote, so we shouldn't get mixed up in it.
I'm just interested, that's all.
I'm the protagonist. I can
like
do what I
John
want.
better. But like I've said, it's not our place to get involved. It's enough that Antonius is mixed up in it.
She
Don't
liked
you start too.
John. Who did Antonius like? I already forgot. I don't even know.
I'd like to
What
ask
is
you
this
something about the
questions?
monastery.
Is this stuff I care about? Not really. I don't care about that.
Well,
Okay.
that's all. Thank you for your time, brother.
There's one more. Siskin.
My name's Gregor, a novice.
You can call me Siskin. Now, are you here of your own free will, or is this a punishment? Although, it's not important. Welcome to Purgatory.
Did you say purgatory?
You'll see soon enough. Soon enough.
So Siskin's not happy here. He must have been sent here against his will or something.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
Look, nothing against you, but I prefer not to talk about my past.
Too bad.
Are you hiding something?
Tell me
Why are
anyway.
you so reluctant to tell me anything about yourself?
I'm hiding a lousy past that I'd rather forget. I hate to think of all I lost when they stuck me in here. And also because I really hate the question, aren't you the son of the famed Sir Smil Flashka of Pardubitz? I was rich and I had everything. But then my father began to feel his time approaching, so he decided to send a son to the monastery. And, being the youngest,
Oh.
a lot fell on me. I've no head for managing the estate, and they said I'd squander it. Can you imagine? Me, in a monastery. So I took what coin I could from home with me, so I didn't lose out completely.
That's crazy. So he... Wait. Objective completed searching for Pius? Did I find Pius? What is this thing talking about? The quest is doing some weird stuff, but... His father was dying, and in his last moments... Like, when you're dying, a lot of people accept God or whatever. Or, like, they do stuff to, like, try and... You know, get to heaven or whatever. And I think his dad, like... sent him off to be a monk for his whole life as like a gesture of good faith or whatever to try and make sure he got to heaven. He's like using his son as a object. That's pretty shitty. Well, is that true? Is he allowed to say no?
But you didn't have to come here if you didn't want to.
No, not if I didn't mind being left to beg alms by the city gate. I had one choice, the monastery or nothing. If it had come to that after my father's death, so be it. But To get rid of me while he's still alive?
So I guess he wasn't forced. The dad just kind of cut him out of the will and said, like, you're either gonna... I mean, couldn't he just get a job? I don't know, that seems... If he's not forced to be here, couldn't he just get a job and be a normal person? I don't know why he's... I don't think the... It seems like a false dichotomy, but I don't know. I don't understand 1403 Bohemia very well. Yeah, I don't see it updating in here. I'm pretty sure we still have the same quest. I don't know what the hell that thing was talking about.
Talk to me, brother.
I'd be interested to hear what you think about the other novices.
Just ask
Tell
about
me
all
about
of them.
Antonius.
Well, if there was a monk I'd recommend as a friend, with of course the exception of myself, it would be Antonius. He has a calm soul, he's easy to talk to, and you can always rely on him.
I'm interested in Yodok.
What could interest you about him? He's a no-good rat. He'll turn you in for the price of a turnip. I'd bet my life that if he wasn't here, he'd be a cumin scout, bowing and scraping for a few groschen.
That doesn't sound too flattering.
It wasn't meant to. No matter what you do here, watch out for him. He's got his eye on everyone, and he'll rat on you for even the slightest of infractions.
That was Yodok? So he hates Yodok, he loves Antonius.
What can you tell me about
What
Lucas?
about Lucas?
It's a tricky situation with
He the
Lucas.
quiet one?
No one really knows anything about him.
Yeah, he's the
I've
one who
tried
don't
so
say
many
nothing.
times to talk to him, but he always backs away like a virgin on a wedding night.
That's all. Thanks. Who would you elect, Abbot, if you could?
Most likely Nevlas. He's a fine fellow and he seems honest. But, truth be told, it doesn't matter much to me. A monastery will still be a monastery, no matter who's in charge. If you really want to talk more about it, ask Antonius. He seems to have taken an interest.
I'm still curious about this
So he has a
treasure
stash
trove
of money?
yours.
It's no big terrible secret. Really, it isn't. I just go and read during services. There's no time otherwise. I mean, at other times I don't get to read what I like. And I keep it under the slab so the others don't find it.
What kind of a book is it?
I found it here in the library. It was on a shelf where it should never have been. So I hid it to read later. It's the Necronomicon. Ghosts, demons, and invocations of powers beyond our world. Only it's written in a strange language that I can't really make sense of. All bara this and bara that. Who knows what it means? I tried to count the syllables, read the words backwards, but nothing. I'm not getting anywhere with it.
Oh, I'm not too sure what the prior or the cicada would say about a book like that. Actually, what anyone would say. It sounds quite prohibited.
Ah, prejudice. But you're right, it is prohibited. For no good reason, though. Has knowledge ever done anybody any harm?
Yeah, I mean,
You're right. Knowledge should
no.
never be prohibited.
I think it's fine to have
I'm glad you
Free-
agree.
free books.
Just take a look at the book. Maybe you'll be able to make some sense of it. I haven't grasped a single syllable. Just please don't tell anyone about the book. If the brothers learn that I took it from the library and hid it, I'll be in a lot of trouble. Our brothers' minds are closed to a thirst for knowledge.
Actually, I don't care. I'll leave you be.
I'll leave you be. Don't worry.
I didn't
won't
follow
you
him.
again.
I don't know what
Thank you.
this
And
dialogue
please,
is.
Gregor, don't mention it to anyone.
I think I was supposed to like follow him and find his stash to get that dialogue, but we speeched him into it, and I still got the dialogue as if I followed him. Time is it now? 7. We got till 8 till the next thing, I think. Which is working the frattery. I think I've done enough here. I think we're gonna just wait till 8 and then go to the frattery. He didn't give me time to travel, man. Okay, we made it. Gotta find Brother Nevlis or something. That's one of the dudes who's trying to be in charge, right? Yeah. Bravas Nevlis. Scarier?
I'm Gregor, a novice.
I know. I saw you at the ceremony. My name is Nevlis, and I'm the provost here. I'm in charge of the monastery's property, as well as handling trade with the outside world.
That means you get to leave the monastery?
No, not at all. I just write lists and send them out.
I'm here to work.
Excellent. I've been waiting for you. There's the alchemist's laboratory. You'll find ingredients in the chests next to it. Today's task, 2 cockerel potions.
That's a
Once
good
you
recipe
finish
to
them,
have. We don't have
you'll
that
find
recipe
me
yet.
somewhere nearby.
Think you teach me?
Don't forget to let me know when you're done so I can check them.
Yeah, he said there's a chest somewhere. This one probably. Yep, bunch of shit in here. We'll just take all, I guess. I'm greedy. I'll have all that. He said 2 cockerel potions. Well, it's a spirit base. We'll start by grinding up some mint. And we'll add that in. We're gonna boil that 2 handfuls of ground mint for 2 turns. Or 1 turn? I think it was 1 turn. I don't know, I'm just gonna crank that a bunch. it'll be fine. Then we add valerian and boil 2 more turns and then distill. Yeah, that should be good. Go ahead and distill it, and that should be 3 cockerel potions, or cockerel, or I don't know how you say that word. Assuming I did it correctly, I should get 3. Yeah, we got at least 2. We got 3.
What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
I've finished my work.
Show me what you've made. Spectacular, Gregor. You've found your talent. Soon enough, you'll be teaching the other novices. What would you like?
I'm gonna chat with you about your election thing.
I'm interested in the election of the new abbot.
You're not alone. Everyone's so worked up about that, they spent no time considering how they could make the monastery a better place now.
Why? What's wrong with it now?
Many brothers think more about their stomachs than prayer. The older brethren bend the rules of the order to make them fit their interests. So, to balance the scales, they want the novices to lead exemplary lives. Sin abounds here, just as in the outside world.
What sins are you talking about?
The scripture says, "Let he who is without sin cast the first stone." I'm sorry, Gregor, it's not my place to speak about the sins of others.
Tell me something about how the new abbot will be elected.
A new abbot has to be elected once the old one dies. All the brethren can vote, with the exception of novices. The abbot's crozier will be conferred on whoever is chosen, and he'll take the vow. When he becomes abbot, a monk spends most of his time dealing with politics outside the monastery, instead of actually leading the monastery. But he still maintains a fundamental influence on life here.
Can you tell me about Abbot Peter?
Peter's wise in the ways of politics and a good shepherd, but as you've already heard, he's old and infirm. The other brothers see him with 1 foot in the grave, but I still have hope for him. But you, brother, don't let yourself get involved in the games of your superiors. Could you help me with something?
With what?
I'm interested in medicine, and I know there's a cure for the abbot's ailment. With your help, I could find out the details, and together you and I could give old Peter a few more years to do good. What do you say?
I'm surprised. You're one of the... He's one of the people trying to replace him, but he's trying to help him. That's interesting. Yeah, I'd be happy to help.
You can count on my help. What do you need me to do?
In order to get the recipe for this medicament, a few rules will need to be broken. Now, you know, most of the brothers believe every illness is a message from God, and that it's not our place to deny his will. I, however, think if
yeah,
God
and every
sent
medicine's
us
from
not
God
just
too,
illnesses,
so
but also the medicine to
yeah,
cure
that's
them,
exactly what I was saying.
then it's our duty to relieve people of their suffering. The cure for Abbot Peter's illness could be contained in one of the books in our library, but it will certainly be amongst the Libri Prohibiti, the forbidden books, those we aren't permitted to read.
Okay.
I'm ready.
I don't even need to ask. I know where it is.
One more important thing. There's always someone in the library during the day. To pass unwatched, you'll need to go at night.
Night. Okay.
It's locked, but I'm sure you'll manage to get in.
Yeah, I
They
got
say
some
Brother
lockpicks.
Solarius understands locks. But don't tell him why you need it. Once you have the book, bring it to me, and I'll then use it to make Peter's medicine. We'll soon have the election of the abbot over and done with.
Sounds good, I guess, if that's really what you're doing. We just did the frattery assigned by Brother Nevlas. Noon is working the library.
Peace be.
It is currently 9. We have a lot of time. I don't think we're allowed to leave this area. We're very fast at alchemy, so we did that quite quickly. Page from torn book. Are there other novices even in here? I don't even see them. Nah, it's like we're the only one in here. Yeah, if I leave, it's neglecting, so we're just stuck in here. Guess we just wait till noon. There it goes. We can now leave, and we can go to the library. Which is right up here. So that forbidden book section, I believe, is this?
Books must be in.
Yeah. It's this one here. We gotta get in this cabinet.
Forget about it.
Can't do it right now, though. So Brother Librarian's the one who's gonna give us our
What would you like?
work thing.
I'm here to work.
Good. This is most likely the first time you've ever done this in your life. But it's easier than you think. Just a bit of practice and learning Latin. Here's the original, and here are the blank parchments on
So we're
which
like
you'll
a
copy what you
human
read
printing
in the
press.
original. Is that clear? Then you may begin, and try not to make a mess of it.
So we're just like reading something and writing it. Just making like a copy of it. Start transcribing. Oh, I have to like read it off their messy thing and then say what it says. Well, I can see the first letter is It's E-R. So it's definitely the second option, right? Let's check the third word there. That looks like Kalumat. Yeah, see, it's so hard to understand it. Kaluminat. Yeah, I think the second one. Let's try this one now. So the question is that first character an F or an S? I think it's an F, but I mean, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it's gotta be the first one. Okay, this one. I'm just kind of looking at the options for like discrepancies, and then I can use those. This one's harder. That looks like an F. I think it's Ufos. Yeah, I think I like this one. I don't know if that's right. I did my best. It's kind of hard. Hopefully I got it right. I'm sure they'll tell me.
You call that a copy?
No.
You completely ruined the
I did it
parchment
wrong.
with your scribbling.
I did my best, man. It's hard. What about one I got wrong?
What would you like?
What if I ask about forbidden books?
I've heard there are some forbidden books locked up in the library.
That's correct.
We're good at speech. We
They're
might be able to
here,
speech our way into
safely
it.
hidden away from anyone who might be tempted to read them.
Can I look at them?
What if I just wanted to take a peek? Could I?
You could not. They are libri prohibiti, and the only people permitted access to them are the abbot and I. Although I see no reason why he or I would ever want to read them.
Yeah, see, I can try to cajole him. I don't even know what cajole is, but we could try it.
Not even if I were to beg? Or promise a favor in return?
Ah.
If you could prove to me that you truly like books, then maybe.
I do. Oh. I know what he's saying. I think there's a side quest where, like, you find, like, loose pages all over and you bind them together into a book for this guy. I think he's saying if I do that, then he'd let us. I think that's what he's hinting at.
I
Okay.
don't need to hear anything else. I've heard about Avicenna's Book of Medicine. Could I see it?
Who told you about that?
Probably forbidden, yeah.
Of course you can't.
What if I wanna?
Is it possible to learn something about the other novices in the library?
Only the abbot and the prior keep such records.
And can I see them?
No. The abbot writes and keeps his records in his chambers, and only he and the prior are permitted to read them.
So there's some records on the novices in the prior's chambers or the abbot's chambers. Somebody's chambers has some records. We could probably figure out who Pius is from their records. Okay. I don't really care to do all that. I think we're just going to break in here at nighttime. Tonight, when it's bedtime, I'm going to come back here and we're going to take a look in that cabinet. But we'll wait until bedtime. Looks like our next thing is 4 p.m. afternoon worship. So I will wait until 4 p.m. and we will go do our afternoon worship. I wonder if Antonius would talk to me. He's chill. I don't see him. Not really much I can do during worship. We might just end up waiting through this till 6 p.m. for supper. 6. Oh, it's already... What? They let us out early or something.
Show them all that is good and holy by his deeds.
Peace be with you.
I want some food.
Towards commandments and words to the intelligent among his disciples.
I think I ate here last time, didn't I? I don't understand how to eat. I really need to figure this out.
Death.
Can I have some food?
The rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on the spirit of silence. It says, I said, I will guard my way.
Ooh, there's free time between 7 and 9. That's cool. Free time. I think we can go wherever we want right now. They got a lot of random chests around here I could loot. But I'm not going to do it while everyone's awake. I like the garden. They got some cool flowers out here. I don't need them right now, though. We're doing fine on flowers. I wonder where this door goes, because we don't know anything this way. Oh, it goes outside. This is supposed to be locked. This is the one we broke into when we came back. And down there is also something. I don't think we're allowed down there. I'll go until it says... Well, it hasn't complained yet. It'll pop up a message saying we're trespassing or something. Well, there's a page down here. We should probably take these. These are that side quest I mentioned. Now we're trespassing. Okay. I think there's some people that meet there at night. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of like little side quests and stuff you can do within this. Where's that one guy's Stash. He mentioned he had a stash. I feel like I know where that is, but I don't remember. I think it was... It was up there. How do I get up there, though? Oh, is it through the dormitory? Yodak.
Ah, Gregor, talk to me.
I found this piece of parchment. It looks like it's been ripped out of a book.
Who'd tear up a book like that? Brother Librarian might know.
Yeah, his stash is right here behind him. You can see I can open it. I like to look in his stash, but I don't want to do it when people are looking. That dude's in here, so we'll wait on that. Okay, we're gonna just wait till bedtime. I think bedtime's 9. Maybe drink some more alcohol. Yeah, 9 p.m. is rest and nighttime curfew. So everyone should be asleep except the cane wielders. We are going to use a savior schnapps, and then we are going to explore. We should be fairly sneaky. I'm not sure. What is our goal? I guess our goal, number one goal, is to get the... I want the records of the novices, and I want the forbidden book. Those are my big things I'm after. Should be a door right here, yeah. If we get caught, we're gonna go murder hobo mode. I'm not loading. So if things go awry, we're gonna have to just deal with it. I'm trying to be sneaky.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Yeah, why are you in here?
Well, probably the same as you. I want to be able to read in peace and quiet. And not just the books they make us read.
What exactly do you read here?
Well, I'd be interested to find the unofficial biography of Saint Procopius, but there probably is no such thing. To be honest, I was expecting some entertaining reading, but it's just the same old stuffy nonsense. But if that locked cabinet there with all the forbidden books was open, that would be a different story. Until recently it was still unlocked, but after something vanished, they've kept it locked tight.
Maybe I could get inside.
That's exactly what we're doing.
Oh, that would be wonderful. I'd love to pore over some of those tomes. We'd be in it together, up to our ears in it. What do you say?
We'll see what I can do.
Yeah, I can get in it. Yeah, see, we can't do it without a potion. If I drink a Padfoot potion, it increases lockpick, and that'll be able to boost us up enough to be able to do it. So through our alchemy, we can buff ourselves enough to make this possible. There we go. Okay, why does it just say close? There it is. Necronomicon 1. Sephirintia. What is the book we're looking for? I don't know what book I'm after. It doesn't say. It says I have to creep into the library at night and steal and air. I don't know why it's and steal and. I feel like this is a typo or something. Is it this Avinci Sephirintia? I'm guessing that's what it is. I don't see anything else other than the Necronomicon. I guess we'll just take them both. I mean, dog it.
Ibn al-Hassan. That's who I'm looking for. Avicenna.
Unbelievable. Imagine these men could have been burned at the stake just for writing these books. Many were, I'm sure. It's mostly Latin, that's not much use. But what about this one? Magical potions for conjuring diverse apparitions. I'll take it.
Hey, you better leave that here.
What are you so afraid of? No one will notice if 1 or 2 books are missing. This one looks interesting. A sorcerer's potion for rematerializing the body physical in other realms and for conversing with spirits of all manner therein. Oh, I have to try it out. I'll remember the recipe and prepare it later.
He's gonna start making potions from these books. There's one of those torn pages.
Praise be to Christ.
Okay. I want to go in here. I don't know if he's going to get fussy with us. I mean, we're doing crime together. If he gets fussy, that's just stupid.
Outside at night. You should be sleeping, not scaring people.
Yeah, he's getting pissy with me. We'll just forget about him. Okay, there's the prior sleeping right there. That's dangerous, being this close to him. I would love to pick this lock, but if I try to, there's a good chance he'll hear. I mean, he's pretty close. It's probably a terrible mistake, but I'm very curious what's through this door. Get out of it. Is he awake? I mean, he's sleeping. Maybe he's sleeping heavy. I really hope he's not going to hear me. He's not standing up, so I think we're okay. I think this is what we want. Yeah, we got it. So Siskin is the youngest son of whatever. That tracks. That's what he said. Yodak is sinful past. He hails from wealthy people. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Antonius, son of a wealthy merchant. Studied theology. Lucas, quiet, studious, humble, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to read all this, man. Gregor, that's me. Largely unsuitable candidate for monastic life. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Well, did that update our quest? I don't want to read all that, but maybe it told me. Yeah, I don't know. We got some information in there, but I don't think it was really...
That's it. The book with information about the novices.
Yeah, I read it. Got a bunch of cups and stuff. I guess we'll go sell that later.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I still don't know which one of them is pious.
He didn't really give us any big hints, unfortunately. Because Pius just lied, just like we did. I mean, there's no note saying who we are. It's just notes about the lies. We got the key to the books, but we already got in that. Did I already look in this? Yeah. I'm pretty sure that just goes outside. We don't need to go outside. Well, we didn't get much. I was hoping to get more out of that. But we did get the 2 books. I wonder what's in here. This is our only opportunity to get into all this shit. You know, we can pick all these open and see what's in them. Yeah, page from book is in here. I guess we might do that quest. If I happen to find them all, I'm not going to go out of my way to collect them all, but if we just get lucky and find them all, I'd do it. Okay, there's a hard chest here. Let's see what's in this. Ooh, a torch. So we can turn on a torch now, but that's going to make us, like, super visible. We probably don't want the torch, honestly. I'd rather just be in the dark. I don't even know what I'm picking. It's so dark, but we picked something. Oh wow, we got a bunch of books in here. None of them are skill books, so I don't really care, to be honest. Well, our potion just wore off, so we can no longer pick very hard locks, and we're not as sneaky either. We probably should just head back, sleep the night away, and call it a successful night. Be wise not to push our luck. I think one last thing we'll do is check out that stash. Yeah, there's $200 and a dagger in here. We'll take all that. It's mine now. Also check this chest while we're in here. Ooh, this one's not... I'm not picking this right now. Not with all these guys laying around. We definitely should go through here and pick these, though. There's a couple chests in here. Oh, I can sleep in a bed. Fuck it, let's sleep in this bed. Yeah, we're gonna pass the night. We'll continue in the morning. I think we got enough done for this night. I don't want to push our luck too far. Oh, he's somnulented again. Are you kidding me, man? Such unluck. Shouldn't be too big a deal. I think we can just go in the door we already picked to get in the first time. We'll just have to find our way to where we're going. I think... Well, I don't want to look right now. Man, we're gonna end up getting in trouble. Someone's gonna catch us in the hallway and get pissy. Quick. Okay, we're up where we need to be. All good, all good.